The king in the north! The king in the north!
Yo, as always, like, share, subscribe. Now let's just get into it. So Michigan will play Michigan State next week. It's a night game. It's a home night game for us. And it's a blue out, so the stadium should be rocking. And Michigan State on the year, it's also the Paul Bunyan Trophy. Battle for the Paul Bunyan Trophy, so that brings a lot of meaning to this. And the players are focused on this game, at least for Michigan. Now, Michigan State, they're 3-4 on the season. This game is their Super Bowl every year, but a year like this where they're not good, they're not looking good, and this beating us can bring meaning to their season. At least we beat Michigan, you know what I'm saying? And then they beat us and then help ruin our season or try to. So I'm just going to say what I think, what I would do if I was Michigan State, and then I'll go over Michigan. If I'm Michigan State in this game, on defense at least, I'm stacking that box. I'm stacking the box. Like, Michigan may come out because Michigan State's defense as a whole is bad, but their secondary is the worst. Now, I'm not sure if Harbaugh will come out throwing, but if I'm Michigan State, I'm making JJ beat me regardless. I'm making him, and I know people can say, well, JJ can beat you. Okay, show me. Show me you can beat me. That's what I'm saying if I'm Mel Tucker. I'm stacking that box, I'm putting 8 in it, and I'm saying beat me then. Beat me then. And the reason I say do this is because JJ, even if JJ is playing very well, Harbaugh is so stubborn with his run game, he's going to still try to run it into 8-man fronts and stuff like this. So you're going to get, if you consistently stopping it, you're going to get plays, a lot of negative plays where Michigan would gain nothing or maybe lose a yard or only get 2 yards. That's a win. So I'm going to consistently try to stop our Michigan's run game to where they have to abandon it. Now, if they abandon it and JJ beats me, then he beats me. But I'm gonna make sure that run game is not consistent enough, because Harbaugh, he'll never. I've almost never seen him where he's like, I'm not gonna run it. So I'm stacking that box and hoping he's stubborn enough to keep doing it, because he just doesn't abandon it. Now, JJ can beat you. If JJ beats me, if I'm Mel Tucker, I'm saying, okay, hats off. But Blake Corum, that offensive line, dominating, Blake Corum, Donovan Edwards, y'all not going to beat me. Not like that. Not until JJ throws to set up the run. That's just how I would do it. Now, as far as Michigan State on offense, this goes for every team pretty much except a few, but establish the run. They don't have a good run game. They just don't. They barely average 100 yards. That's what? 223rd in the country. So they don't have a good running game, but you still have to try to establish it regardless. You still have to try to establish the run to see if you can do it. But no, our front 6, 7, they're studs. Our D-line, they can manhandle teams. So it's not likely they're going to be able to run on us at all, which they might have some luck doing something. They might scheme up something. But I expect Michigan, to stop the run, and then Michigan State to start going for chunk plays. And what I mean by chunk plays is throwing down the field in the one-on-one matchups. And saying that, because Peyton Thorne, he'll do it. He's done it since he's been there. He'll throw on one-on-one matchups. He did it last year. I think he did it the year before. He's going to throw on one-on-one matchups. And so just running with him, running with the receiver, that ain't going to cut it. It don't cut it. So, Jamon Green, you got great coverage. you got to find the ball in this game. Because Michigan State has Jaden Reed. He's a beast, but he's not big. Those other receivers, they're kind of huge. They're big dudes. So, DJ Turner, one-on-one. Technique means a lot. You can't just because you're fast doesn't mean you can forget technique. That's why he's gotten beat these last few games. It's because he's just trying to play off speed and forgetting technique. Technique means everything. So, with him being like this, if you're playing press, you have to get your hand on the receiver, push him to which way you want him to go. You control him. If you're playing off and you see you've given a 7-yard cushion, you have to backpedal. You can't be just standing there waiting on him to get to you and thinking you're fast enough to turn and run with him. No, you're beat. You're torched. So you have to get in your backpedal. This is just something you have to do. You're not that fast. You're not Deion Sanders. Even Deion Sanders, what made him great was he's a supreme athlete, but his technique is flawless. Now you got a GOAT status cornerback. So with your speed, if you take the time to perfect your craft, meaning your technique, you could be something special. So technique means everything. If these boys would fully embrace their technique, meaning Jamon Green, if he would find the ball, his technique in coverage is great, but he doesn't find the ball. If he would probably be All-American. DJ Turner, you've got the athleticism, the speed to be something special, but you're forgetting about your technique in coverage. You're forgetting technique. If these dudes would just focus on those other things, these dudes would be unbelievable. I'm talking about All-American corners. Talking about late first round, high second round pick corners. If they would do these things. But in this game, those things will be put to the test because you've put it on film too much. So Michigan State is not I know that was a little rant, but it had to be said. Michigan State doesn't have a offense where they're going to dink and dunk you like Michigan does. 3, 5, 7, 10, 15, 12, 10, 3, 2, 5. You know what I'm saying? All the way down the field. Now we in field goal range or we touchdown. They don't have that. They're going to have to get chunk plays. That's what they have to do. So if I'm Michigan, once I stop that run, I might put two safeties high, honestly, because your front four might just be able to stop the run on their own, honestly. But once you stop the run, they're going to be going for chunk plays. That's what they're going to be doing. Looking for one-on-one matchups and trying to get chunk plays. So I put 2 safeties high, and y'all ain't finna be able to get down the field and dink and dunk and matriculate down the field consistently. You're not. That's not what you do. So that would be my game plan if I'm Jesse Minter. Now, I know he likes to come up with these exotic blitzes, but I expect Michigan State to be able to get rid of the ball fast. So I might bring 4 or 5 if I'm him and still keep 2 high. So, yeah, you trying to get rid of it fast, but I got a lot of guys in coverage and I'm not bringing that many, so I'm not giving up that much. So that would be my game plan, is to do that. Now, I'm just, with this game being so tricky, it's like Michigan State is always ready for us, and then they get flukes and stuff, something crazy happening. So I'm just anxious to see what game plan Harbaugh comes out with, because we all know what Harbaugh wants to do, but sometimes he'll throw that wrench. Like last year, Michigan State, he came out and threw the ball with Cade. I don't think even though Michigan State's pass defense was horrible, I didn't expect him to do that, because he's just so stubborn with the run game. He just wants to run it on everybody. I'm anxious this year to see if he trusts, because for Harbaugh to let you to come out as a game plan, as we're going to throw to set up the run, he has to really trust the quarterback. So I'm anxious to see if he trusts JJ that much already. And I know people are going to say, well, he trusts him against Indiana to throw. I'm talking about throwing to set up the run, like we're coming into the game saying we're going to throw it more often than we run it. That's what I'm talking about. So we'll see if he's going to do that or if he'll come out with his normal game plan and try to run it and then be kind of balanced. Or will he just say, we're going to throw it to set up the run this game to really get Michigan State off kilter. So that's what I really got on this one, y'all. It's just a lot of emotion for the players, Michigan State, recruiting. Oh, this game matters. Even though Michigan State isn't that good, they can still throw a wrench in our season because just like last year, we lost to them. And if we would have went undefeated, we would have had a number one seed. Meaning we probably would have played Cincinnati in the playoff. Hopefully, probably would have beat them. Then we're in the final. So it means this game means something, even though they're bad. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we could lose to them and then beat Michigan and then beat Ohio State and still make the playoff. But why, when we could go undefeated all the way through and probably have the number one seed? So it matters. You can't keep losing to Michigan State, especially when they're not good. But the players, Donovan Edwards almost guaranteed to win. I wouldn't have advised him to do that, but because it just makes players focus in even more. I know their focus is already there, but these dudes, they want it. They've had Michigan State circled since last year, pretty much. Especially after beating Ohio State, the focus went to, okay, we're focused on Ohio State. Now we have to maintain the focus on Michigan State to make sure we're the best team in the state, at least. So it means a lot. Mel Tucker got that money. Harbaugh's been losing to him. He got that money off beating Harbaugh. Let's be real. He got that money off of beating Harbaugh. So these players and the staff, they know what it is, and they know they got to come out and execute. But you can't make dumb mistakes in this game. Like, I'm just watching Syracuse and Clemson, and the game just changed strictly off the fact that one of Syracuse's players hit the quarterback on the sideline. But he hit the quarterback on the sideline. It was 3rd and 20, and the quarterback picked up like 7. And he hits him out of bounds. Totally changed the game, and Syracuse ends up losing all the momentum off of one play. One dumb play, and then they did another dumb penalty. So you have to be smart in a game like this. No dumb mistakes, no dumb penalties. Don't give them the momentum. And last thing, and I'm going to get off of here. Michigan has to get touchdowns. If you mess around and be kicking field goals, you will let this team stay in the game. The longer, just like last week, Penn State was making us kick field goals in the first half. They got 2 fluke plays that ended up in touchdowns, and we're down 14-13 after we dominated the whole game. Kicking field goals just gives the other team confidence. We can stay in the game. They ain't up nothing, but they done went down the field and got 2 field goals. They up 6. They done went down again, got another one. They up 9. Went down the field and got another one. They're up 12. They've dominated us the whole first half. They're up 12-0. You have to get touchdowns. Field goals will keep a team in the game, and they will slowly gain confidence. You kick 4 field goals, and the team gets a touchdown. They feel like we in it. But you done dominate them, but you ain't got touchdowns. So you have to get touchdowns to put them away. You get in that red zone, you have to take shots to try to win the game. Early. Put them away. Don't give them any confidence. The longer Michigan State stays in this game, the more confident they will be. So it's imperative. And Michigan, our first few drives are pretty good normally, almost every game. But you have to get a touchdown. You can't get field goals. Michigan State's defense will get more confidence, and then once a team gets confidence, they start playing. Michigan ain't that good. We can play with them. You have to do what we did in the second half last week. Touchdowns. Not what we did in the first half, field goals. It's a big difference. So come out, put our foot on their neck from the jump, and make by mid-second quarter, have Michigan State feeling like it's gonna be a long day. We can't play with these. We can't play with them. But if we kicking field goals, and even if they're not doing anything, we kicking field goals, we go into half up 13-3. Mel Tucker in the locker room saying, they ain't did nothing. They ain't up nothing but a score and a half. Let's go. Let's go. We can take this. We can play with these boys. They ain't up nothing but 10. So it's about getting up and putting our foot on their neck, going up 21-3 into half. You get what I'm saying? Putting up points, getting touchdowns. If not, Michigan State will slowly get confidence and we'll be in a game we don't want to be in. But that's all I got for this one, y'all. I'm just expecting Michigan to hopefully control the game, whether that's the run or pass game. Honestly, we should be able to do either one because Michigan State's defense is bad in general. Pass defense, run defense, it's all bad for them. But let's see. And I expect us to stop their run game, and then they start going for big chunk plays and trying to stay in it by exploiting one-on-one matchups. Now, when they do that, we'll see how Mike Morris and Oki and Graham and Mozzie and all these boys get to them. But when a team wants to get chunk plays and you searching for one-on-one matchups, it don't take long to get rid of the ball. 1-2 and it's out. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm Jesse Minter, I'm running two safeties high. So when he's trying to 1-2 and get it out, you got a safety over the top to say it's mine. Thank you. You got rid of it quick trying to beat the pass rush, but you threw it right to my safety over the top. So that's what I would do. But we'll see what these coaches do and how they try to scheme against each other. But that's all I got for this one, y'all. I ain't gonna ramble on too long. So like, share, subscribe, and as always, go blue.
It's great to be a Michigan.